Hello artists, we are going to start on our shoe contour line drawing. So the first thing we're going to do is draw the contour of our shoe. For this we're using a pencil so that we can go back and erase if we need to. You definitely want to make light lines on your paper instead of push down really hard, so that you'll be able to erase if you make mistakes or need to adjust things. Okay, I'm gonna start with the bottom of my shoe here. And when you're making your drawing, definitely make it big. Try to fill up your whole piece of paper. And while I'm doing this, I'm looking more at the shoe than I am at my paper, at my drawing. And this is going to help me really stay focused on what the contour or the outline of my shoe looks like. And I'm using my pencil a little bit harder than I think you should, just so that you can see what I'm doing. Okay, I have my bottom of my shoe. I think that looks pretty good. I can always go back in and erase later if I need to. I'm going to make the back here. All right, I think the shoelaces are the most difficult part because it's a bit complicated in here, the way that the shoelace folds together. So I'm going to come back to that last. So I'll go back over here and make the toe of my shoe. All right, here I go with the shoelace. And when I do this, I'm just looking very carefully at what's happening with the lines, the outlines of these shoelaces. This can be a tricky part. So you definitely want to look carefully and really draw the lines here. Exactly what those shoelaces are doing. There's some tabs that hold my shoelaces in place. Uh-oh, I'm gonna have to do some erasing. Okay, back to this hard part, the shoelaces. Ugh, this is not my favorite part of the drawing, so I'm gonna really look closely and make sure that I get this. And sometimes it helps to count what is happening on your shoe. So I'm gonna count how many tabs there are holding my shoelaces in place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. That makes it a little easier for me to just go in and draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, artists, now I'm ready to give my drawing a background. And to do that, I'm just gonna draw a line straight across the back. If it helps, you can put a piece of paper and make a straight across line so it looks like your shoe is actually sitting on something and not just floating out in space. Before you decorate your shoe with different designs and colors, it's a good idea to go back in and go over your pencil lines with a dark marker or crayon. So I have this black marker here. I'm just gonna carefully go back in over my pencil lines to make my shoe a little more bold. This will help with any mistakes you've made too. Like I have this eraser line here that was a mistake. When I go over with my marker, it won't be as noticeable. All right, looking good. Now you can go back in with a pencil and erase your pencil lines. So that's gonna make this look a little bit neater. All right, now we get to get creative. So we're going to take our shoe drawing and redesign our shoe. We're going to fill in our shoe with shapes, patterns, colors, characters, whatever you want to on this shoe. I am going to stick to colors today. So I've picked out my favorite colors from my marker set. I'm gonna make a sunset on my shoe with these colors. And I'm being very careful to keep my color in the lines here. It helps color in faster if you turn your marker or your crayon or your colored pencil on the side and just make a long sweep of color. But you do have to be a little bit careful when you get to corners. You can fill in anything you want. Like if you want to make your favorite character on your shoe, or some symbols, patterns. You can even take your markers and add on different things to your shoe. Like say I want to add something fancy onto the back. I could do that. Another thing you could do that would be really cool is to change the logo on your shoe. Make up your own logo. Now we're going to decorate the background and the foreground, or the table that my shoe is sitting on. I really want my shoe to pop, so today I'm just going to use some colored pencils to go back in and decorate the back. And I really like how warm my colors are for my shoe. So for the background, I'm going to do some cooler colors. And I've decided that the shoe kind of makes me think of summertime, which makes me think of plants and palm trees. So I'm gonna go back in and draw a leaf design in the background. And since my drawing makes me think of summertime, I'm gonna make some lemon patterns on the table that my shoe is sitting on. Kind of random, I know, but I didn't know what else to do. And now the very last thing I'm going to do is give my background a sky. I'm not totally happy with how my palm tree leaves turned out. I was definitely rushing and trying to get them done, so I think this may help. It doesn't have to look exactly like your shoe, so just do your best. All right, artists, have fun with your shoe drawings. Definitely get creative.